Hi creators, I'm Anne of Anne Again Creates. It's very nice to have you here. Today I will be showing you how I filled a letter A outline. I was testing out a quilling kit and this is what I made. I've got my empty outline here and I'm picking out a red and dark red to start off. The first quilling skill for this project is a shaped teardrop. I first tried using my slotted tool, lining it up with the edge of the paper as I usually do. But it ended up with a larger hole than I wanted. So I thought I'd try it again, but put my tool further along the strip. And I do think it turned out better. But I wanted to get rid of the kink in the middle, so I went with using a straight pin. With a straight pin, I give the end of the strip a couple hard curls, place the pin just below the paper edge, and push in to make the edge pop up a bit. Then I use my thumb to grab that edge and roll firmly down. And slide it all up without unrolling, then roll down again. Once you've got a decent start to the coil, it's easier to finish rolling by hand. So there's my tight coil. I only use a quilling board to make coils that are the same size, so far. So to do that, place the tight coil into the hole you want and let it expand, then glue the loose coil shut. Pull the center to one side and pinch the other side, and that is a teardrop. Before I make it a shaped teardrop, I'm going to wrap it in a brighter red to help lighten it up, make it stand out more. I like to start wrapping at a vertex or corner, and here I'm just going to wrap around twice. Now I'm using my tweezers to grab the tip of the teardrop and bend it down. You'll want to hold the tweezers near the end to get a good grip on the paper. And that is a shaped teardrop. Next up is what I'm calling an offset Marquise because it's not your normal Marquise. I'm going to roll up a red strip, let it relax into a loose coil and glue it shut. Now this is the different part. For this, I pull the center to one side and pinch the other just like a teardrop, but now I give a small pinch to that first side. So I end up with a short pointy side and a long pointy side. And now I wrap it in a peachy pink color. Then pinch those pointy ends again to get the shape back. And that is the offset Marquise. Switching to greens, and this next shape is a half circle. Make a loose coil, glue shut, and then to shape it, I slide my pointer fingers down the sides while pushing very gently up with my thumbs. And then carefully pinch the corners to give it more definition. Cute little half circle. I'm making 3 different sized leaves, reusing our first skill of a shaped teardrop. Make regular teardrops first, and then I wrap the largest leaves in a dark green and the smallest ones in a light green. And this time when I shape it, I don't want to shape it as much, I just want to give it a soft curve. Ready to glue. I'm dipping the bottom of the piece into the glue, and then I tap it on the tray to get off the excess. Shaped teardrops, offset Marquise, half circle. A single strip of green for a stem, and then the leaves. And my daughter was not happy that I didn't mirror the leaves, and she's probably right. So maybe that's one way to improve the design for next time. Here's our next shape to learn, the basic diamond. Start off as we often do with making a loose coil, glue shut, then pinch opposite sides like you're making a regular Marquise. Then turn it and pinch again. Fine tune as necessary, and that is a diamond. Gluing down the diamonds, and I've also made some blue unshaped teardrops wrapped in orange. that I will glue down as well. I thought it needed something more to draw attention to the cool curves on the top and bottom of the A, but not too much attention. I still wanted the focus to be on the red flowers, so I took that same peachy pink paper from the offset Marquise and made some curved strips. And when I glue these down, I put a bit of glue everywhere it's going to touch more paper, because I want it to be as stable as possible since it is being glued on edge. Now the other side of the A is so darn skinny that I decided to just do some more curved strips. I thought of stacking the strips like this and curling them all at the same time with my quilling needle. And bada bing! Happy! It worked beautifully. I wish I could have done that at the other end and simplified my life, but instead, I wanted them all to curve differently to fill that space at the bottom. Which means I had to shape and trim each strip individually and glue them in one at a time. And my advice is, patience, young one. You can do this. And you can, because in truth, I'm just complaining about a wee bit of extra work. I like to complain about the tedium of curved strips, but even more, I really like the way they end up looking. So I keep doing them. For real, in this project, I keep doing them. Because after putting in that first strip, I decided I wanted more than what I had made. So here we go again. Thankfully, this is the easy, happy part. After putting in a couple more blue strips, I promptly realized that I had spread them too far apart and there wouldn't be room for all those extra strips. Huh, that's pretty hilarious. And typical for my quilling life. Surely you all have a bag of scraps too for all those pieces you thought you'd use but didn't, right? Well, yeah, so I got over myself, finished up the curved strips, and what do you know? They ended up looking really good. Again. I just love-hate those curved strips. I wanted to include this part with the curling coach because remember I'm testing out a quilling kit? Well, I am not a fan of curling coaches because they make me feel like a dunce of unusual size, but I'm excited to say that this time it worked for me, and I was thoroughly shocked. There are actually some slotted tools and curling coaches that fit together properly and let you get on with your quilling with a warm, fuzzy feeling. The other coaches should be fired and find a new job. This is our third type of shaped teardrop. The difference with this one is that I'm basically squishing it together more and then squishing it out at the bottom. That was a terrible description. Just watch the video. My favorite part, you guys, and this is when the A outline finally makes sense. I knew I wanted a swash making the line that goes across, and I got to work in some scrolls. Another favorite. And to make the scroll, you loosely roll up one end of the strip and then adjust it until you have it the way you want. So beautiful. And as a final touch, our third shaped teardrop and one last tiny leaf. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you next time.